Welcome to Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On with Janice Formichella. I'm Janice Formichella, a breakup coach passionate about supporting others to learn from their breakups, overcome loneliness, love being single, and see the end of a relationship as the beginning of a magical, sexy new chapter in life. I am here each week to share with you the tools that I have learned through my own painful breakups, through hitting rock bottom more than once, and through working with people all around the world to heal their broken hearts. If you are looking for hope and strength to move on from your breakup and resources to enjoy your new life, you are in the right place, and I've got your back. Welcome to the show, dear listeners. My body is very used to saying that way, and that feels good. As always, I am so thankful that you are here today. Thank you to those who got in touch with me after last week's episode. In last week's episode 163, I talked about my own recent breakup and things that I have relearned about the end of a relationship. It was challenging to prepare. Oh boy. And it also made me feel very vulnerable to post. So the kind words meant a lot. Please always be in touch if you'd like to give me feedback, or of course, leave me a review. I really, really appreciate it. Going through a breakup is not the type of experience that I'd ask for in order to inform the current content on the show. I've gone through some very painful experiences or painful breakups earlier in my life, a divorce, domestic violence, other relationships that didn't work out. And I'd prefer to use my past to help inform this show. But you know what? We all go through breakups, even breakup coaches. And while I wouldn't have asked for this, I'm still thankful at the same time for what it's teaching me and reteaching me about breakups, and that I can continue to help people. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that I have mentioned on the show quite a bit, and something that has been huge for me as I've just worked to heal over the past month or so. And that is the importance of routines when it comes to breakups and healing. There have been days the last month where I have been so sad and listless. I've been unmotivated. My energy has been totally zapped. In fact, there was one week that I chose not to do an episode because of it. Routines have allowed me to stay focused and upright and to get back on track. My routines have helped me to turn a powerful corner with things fairly quickly. I am feeling pretty great this week, I have to say. And of course, being a breakup coach doesn't hurt either. I'm so grateful for everything that I know about breakups. And as I've said before, now when I end a relationship or go through a breakup, I really do bounce back a lot more quickly than I used to. And that's definitely the case with this last one. And along those lines, creating and maintaining routines is a big part of what I do with clients. I'd love to help you recreate your life and make it better. Email me at breakupspod@gmail.com or hit me up on IG at breakupspodcast. I will get you started. I can get you set up with a free discovery call, or we can just jump into a program. All of the information is in the show notes. Today, I'm going to talk about why routines are important as tools to recover from breakups, the general health benefits of routines, creating a powerful morning routine that will directly help you with your breakup, and other daily routines and how to stick to them. I am a big morning routines person, but I'm going to talk about all daily routines today. So why are routines so useful for recovering from breakups? First, often our routine is somewhat affected by our partner. Often our daily routine is determined by our partner. We may be used to waking up with them, hearing from them a certain time of day, seeing them, doing activities with them, having dinner, having brunch, etc. I really loved getting a text from my ex in the morning. That was something I looked forward to. And it was something that really made me sad in the end that stopped. Also, Sunday brunch, definitely something I love doing with a partner specifically. A breakup can cause a sudden lack of structure in our lives. This can be a negative shock to the system. Our system enjoys structure, our system enjoys routines, and our system enjoys knowing what to expect. This can really shake things up in a negative way and make us feel like discombobulated. Having a new structure can help you feel centered and safe. Next, feeling sad or depressed can leave a person feeling very unmotivated. That's one of the most common symptoms of depression, is feeling unmotivated. This is something that has hit me really hard the last month. And that's very vulnerable of me to admit, but it's definitely been a huge challenge of mine. When you feel unmotivated, you often stop doing things, right? This can lead your mind wandering. And the first place that it's going to go after a breakup is where the source of your pain is. You will probably immediately start thinking about your ex or the breakup. Racing or repetitive thoughts is something that a lot of my clients struggle with. It's something that I help people with. I am a mindfulness practitioner and I use it in my coaching practice. It's something that I have recently experienced. And as I said in the last episode, it's something that has made me realize how blessed I am to be so experienced in mindfulness. A routine can leave us with less chance to let our mind wander. And therefore, we can get our ex out of it a lot faster. Takes intention and it takes work. Next, this is a great time to develop new habits and new ways of doing things. A breakup is a chance for a new beginning. Healthy routines can be life-changing. So let's do it. Breakup brain can cause us to have a lot of difficulty making decisions, which can add to our stress. Having a set routine takes a lot of the decision making out of the day because we already know how we are structuring our time. It's a bit of a life hack or a bit of a breakup brain hack that I highly, highly recommend. I have felt in times over the last month a bit like I didn't know what to do with myself. Knowing that certain things were to be done at certain times of day, such as my walk, my meditation, heading to the place where I work in the afternoons. It has really helped me to cope and it's helped me to stay productive. It has really helped the foggy feeling or the confusion that I have felt at times. Next, creating and sticking to routines helps us build self-trust. It is easy to doubt yourself after a breakup. This is because we may have ignored red flags. We may have enjoyed the relationship, even though it wasn't good for us. Our confidence is often shattered. I experienced a little bit of that recently. And we may doubt ourselves and have a lowered amount of self-trust because we just haven't been used to making decisions on our own or functioning as a single unit for a long time. Some of us make lots of decisions with our partners. Creating a simple routine or developing some habits quickly builds self-trust. Why is this? You get to wake up each day with the knowledge that you are providing safety and security for yourself. That is huge. You create new body memories that involve setting a goal and then keeping it. Your body gets used to what that feels like, and it's like a snowball effect. It's really cool. And then also you prove to yourself that you can make good decisions, and you can. Besides the benefits of keeping routines during a breakup, there are overall health and productivity benefits. Northwestern Medicine's website, nw.org, says that keeping to a routine can help with managing stress more effectively. They say stress can put you at a higher risk for heart disease and negatively impact your overall health. An effective routine can help reduce stress, which can lead to better mental health, more time to relax, and less anxiety. It can help you sleep better. They say it can also help you eat healthier. The website says without scheduled time for grocery shopping, it is easier to have an unhealthy diet by ordering fast food or snacks since they are often a convenient option. Taking the time to plan trips to the grocery store gives you the opportunity to think about what healthy foods and meals you can incorporate into your everyday life. And last, they say it helps you to get active. It is easier to exercise regularly when you make time for it. A daily routine can help you stay active, and an exercise schedule or program can help you budget your time. I exercise every single day, at least Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. It is so like the magic juice or the magic sauce when it comes to me staying in shape, but also feeling motivated to do it because my body's used to it. And I've just gotten into the habit. It's a commitment I've made to myself. And honestly, it's like second nature to me now. WebMD adds that a routine can make us happier because it allows more time for doing things that we love. Now, I know that this can be challenging after a breakup. I haven't kept up with my hobbies the last month. I know personally, I just haven't had interest in the things that I normally love. Remember, we are in this for the long haul. It's all about baby steps and building upon them. It's all about celebrating our small wins right now. It's all about creating small wins for ourselves right now. So first, let's talk about morning routines. If you are sad about your breakup and finding that it is taking up a lot of space in your day, morning routines may be the game changer that you need. Why? First of all, it can help you to reclaim your space. If your space is one that maybe you used to share with your ex or spent a lot of time with your ex in, a morning routine helps you to make it your own again. Or it may help you to make it your own for the first time. It's a really effective way of taking ownership of what happens in your home. I'm not sure if that makes sense to everybody, but a routine and reclaiming your space or claiming your space. Just think about it. Second, if mornings are hard for you, they definitely are the hard time of the day for me after a breakup. A routine will simply help the morning go easier. You will start your day off on the right foot. And it's a simple law of attraction concept. If you start your day out right, you have a much higher likelihood that the rest of the day will follow suit. I have a method for building a morning routine that I use with my clients and that I discussed in episode 108, a morning routine for your breakup. I am outlining it here, but make sure to go and listen for a lot more info on morning routines. That's episode 108. Number one, do you need to grieve in the morning? Sometimes it helps to get it out of our system in the morning. So that might mean letting yourself cry. It might mean setting a timer for 10 minutes and just letting yourself like kind of wallow in the sadness. It may mean letting yourself grieve in the shower. Something that I've done recently is during my walks, I've set a timer and I've let myself think about the breakup for a certain amount of time while I'm walking and processing it. So that's one thing. And you know what? That might not resonate with you. You may not feel like that's something that you need right now. Number two, method for building a morning routine. What makes you feel good? So that may mean getting out in nature, a special coffee or smoothie or cookie in the morning, a happy playlist, some chocolate, favorite slippers, essential oils, something that makes you just simply feel good. Pick one thing and then add it into every single morning. And maybe even say like at what time or at what point of your morning you're going to do this thing. Number three, is there anything that you think you quote unquote should be doing? We don't should often in this podcast. This is not a prescriptive space, but I know a lot of us feel like there are things that we'd like to be doing every day. There's a lot of us who feel like there are things that we should be doing because they will help our health or our personal growth. So for some people, for instance, meditation, a lot of people believe that there are benefits to meditation if only they could finally incorporate it into every day. What about jogging or walking? I know a lot of people really want to incorporate more exercise. Journaling is something people think they should be doing. Maybe that's something for you. Drinking water, maybe that's something. So if there's something you've just really been wanting to add into your day, maybe picking one thing and adding it into your morning. This might be the time to do it. That's 3 things. Do you need to grieve? What makes you feel good? And is there anything that you think you should be doing or that you would really like to be a part of your life? Remember, when it comes to morning routines, start small. Do not take on more than you can do. Allow your routine to be sustainable. Maybe just pick one area from my method to incorporate over the next 2 weeks and then add something else. Maybe it's just a happy playlist that you listen to in the morning, or maybe it's just stretching for 10 minutes, or maybe it's crying in the shower over the next week. Just pick one thing. Celebrate your success, create your success, and then move from there. I'm going to take a really quick commercial break. And when I come back, I'm going to talk about overall daily routines and how to set them and how to keep to them. Nothing shatters your life like a breakup. And the feeling of a broken heart is real. I know that it seems impossible right now, but there is hope and there are ways to heal. I would love to work with you one-on-one to heal your broken heart and put your breakup behind you. My personalized coaching programs are designed to pinpoint what will be most effective in helping you to move forward and make this breakup a part of your past. I believe in you. Message me at breakupspodcast@gmail.com or hit me up on Instagram at breakupspodcast, and let's connect about creating a magical plan of action to get this breakup in your rear view mirror. Yay, welcome back. Thank you so much for listening to the commercials. It helps me a lot. So now let's talk about, besides morning routines, daily routines, how to set them, how to create them, why it counts, and some ideas for doing it. So I've got another method. Make a list. And this can be a really fun way of rediscovering yourself after a breakup as well. So we're going to sit down and we're going to make a list. First of all, something physical that you would like to be doing each day. Again, I'm a big walk person, so I keep on coming back to the walks. But it may be going to the gym, stretching, a short yoga routine, something like that. Something physical you'd like to do each day. Next, make a list of something for your home that you'd like to do each day. And yeah, maybe it's doing the dishes at a certain time, watering your plants, washing your floors. Maybe it's just making your bed. So make a list of something for your home you'd like to do each day. Next, either make a list or write one thing that you'd like to advance your goals. Something to advance your goals that you'd like to do each day. It could be looking at your budget or tweaking your budget, looking at just your bank account and making sure you're on track. If maybe you're a social media person like me and trying to get more visibility, spending a certain time on social media at a certain time of day. Working on your podcast. I do that midday every day right now. Doing follow-ups with clients, going on LinkedIn or sending out job applications. Maybe just reading or researching a topic related to your profession. One thing to advance your goals that you may like to do each day. Next, maybe you'd like to add something social. Going to the pub. That's something that I like to do at a certain time of the day. Shout out to Ritual Social House in Cap Hill, Denver. That's totally my spot. I try and mix it up here and there, but I really like to go at 3 to finish my work for the rest of the day. Maybe it's sending text messages at certain times of the day. Weekly or monthly volunteering. Remember, routines are about not just about every day, but maybe something that you do each month or something that you do each week. Maybe it's a weekly or monthly meetup that you can get used to going to and make that a part of your routine. And by the way, although I'm asking you to think about each of these things, you don't need to pick one from each category. Really, we're going to start really small here. This is all just food for thought, okay? Next, something around what you eat. This is one of my favorite things. Before my breakup, was really, really good at going to the store a certain time and making kale salads at a certain time each day. I'm trying to get back to that point. Some other ideas are a healthy breakfast. So for me right now, that means some organic coffee. And then afterwards, I have oatmeal with peanut butter. Cooking a fresh dinner. That's a beautiful thing to have in your routine. It's such a lovely, juicy thing to do for yourself too. Like total self-care right there. Drinking water, maybe at certain times of the day, staying hydrated. Shopping for your food at a certain time each week, or depending on where you live, maybe you go and you get fresh produce in the morning. So something around what you eat. And next, sleep. Something around when you sleep. An irregular sleep pattern impacts the quality of your sleep, and the quality of your sleep impacts your entire day, and your entire day impacts your entire week. So let's make going to bed and getting up a part of your routine. I strongly encourage you to try and get into a very healthy sleep pattern. This is something that I haven't struggled with for a while because I just got into such a habit of going to bed by 10 and waking up by 7. And it really serves me well. I have to say, it's definitely one of the secrets to my success. So now that you know the things that you want to put into your routine, and once again, we're just going to choose one thing. These are just ideas that I'm giving you. If you want to pick something from each category, that's fine, but really just selecting one is going to really, really help you to recreate your life. I suggest or encourage you to track your routine in the beginning. If you are visual, if you are someone who's goal-oriented, even if you're not, let's see what we can do about tracking it and therefore reminding ourselves about how great we're doing, or maybe where we could try a little harder or put a little more effort. Maybe that's a healthier way to say that. So tracking it. I use a bullet journal. I have been using the same type of goal tracker for a number of years. So basically, every 2 weeks, I create a chart, and you can see this now over on my Instagram. I create a chart with every day of the week along the top and the goals that I want to accomplish along the left side. And then that gives me the ability every day to check off which of my goals or which of the things about my routine that I do each day. Like for instance, I'm a step counter. So every day I have the ability to mark off if I got my steps in. I also stretch every day. I read every day. I like to go into my Facebook group every day. Oh, and by the way, plug for Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On, the Facebook group. This is just one way to do it. You can also create some sort of calendar where you just simply mark off whether or not you stretched or whether or not you meditated. There are also things that you can just print online with the day of the week that you can just tick off. For instance, I've been doing a 30-day squats challenge. And so I printed off a chart that I found online. It's hanging on my fridge. And every day I have the ability to just mark off whether I did the amount of squats for that day. So hit me up if you want some ideas. There's so many online resources for goal tracking. Another way to kind of hold yourself accountable is to reward yourself. Maybe you don't want to have a goal tracker or something that you mark off every day. Maybe you want to set a goal and then kind of keep track of it in your mind, but tell yourself that after 2 weeks of doing it, that you will take yourself out for dinner or buy yourself something or do something to celebrate and recognize how great you've done and how far you've come. And of course, if you are looking to improve your sleep, We all have sleep trackers on our phone. I also track it through the watch that I use. That can be a really fun way to monitor your progress with your sleep. So I'm sure that this sounds all fine and dandy to a lot of you. I know that it does for me. Let's talk about the really hard days after a breakup. It can be challenging to keep to routines. That's a lot to ask ourselves when we're grieving, when we feel heartbroken, when we don't want to get out of bed. So while I really, really encourage you to make some goals and to pick something to add to your routine as you heal from your breakup and like get into the driver's seat of your life, I also encourage you, in order to make it even easier on yourself, to have some backups for the hard days. As I just said, it can be really hard to keep commitments when you are going through a breakup and when you feel sad or depressed about it. That's why I didn't do my podcast a couple weeks ago. This is perfectly okay. If things feel too hard or heavy or challenging, use your backup plan. I have a couple backup plans that are ready to go when I need them. One of them is to work from one of my favorite restaurants. There is a sushi place within walking distance that I have been going to for years now. I used to go if I had a rough Monday, and now I've just been going if I'm just in a funk. There's something about getting there and getting out my laptop that just instantly makes me productive. I don't think I've hardly ever gone to this place without my laptop and without working. Maybe a few times over the years. I've gone on the weekends. But it just does the trick, and I just know this. And also, as I was saying earlier, Ritual, my local pub, I go if I start to feel kind of blue in the afternoons. I get out my laptop, and again, there's just something about it. As I've navigated my breakup the last month, it has been really great to have these things of my toolkit for healing to lean on when things just feel too heavy. Staying at home is sometimes challenging for me when I'm not feeling quite myself. And so staying at home is something that I find kind of challenging when I'm struggling or not feeling myself. And therefore, like kind of following some of my routines can feel just hard. Let's just put it that way. It's just hard, right? Another one of my backups is to clean my house. This past Friday, it was rough. I started out pretty strong. I actually went to Toastmasters at 7 a.m., but I don't know. I just immediately started thinking about things, thinking about the breakup, and I actually felt lonely. And all of you know, I am a huge advocate for overcoming loneliness and for not accepting that it is your plight because you are single. But I did. It was Friday, and I felt lonely. And as the weekend was approaching, I just felt kind of sad and alone. So it was really hard for me to work and to keep my normal work routine. I decided I needed to distract myself. And so what I do when I want to stay at home and distract myself is I put on some podcasts, I put on some music, and I worked on a bunch of projects around the house to just, make my apartment shine, or my princess pad shine is how I like to refer to my apartment sometimes. It totally helped me to get out of the funk I was in and put me in a great mood. I ended up actually getting a lot done that day. Plus, it was so magical to wake up the next morning to like this gorgeous, glittery home. It really affected my entire weekend. What is your backup plan? Some other ideas may be to head out for a walk. Of course, how many times have I said that this episode? Or maybe you want to go for a hike. Maybe you want to turn on a show that you know will lift your spirits. Maybe you end work early. Or maybe you work on a project that lights you up that's waiting for you. Never let not feeling up to your routine make things worse for you, okay? We are not developing a routine so that you'll have something else to feel stressed or guilt or shame around. We're building a routine to help you heal from your breakup, but we're not going to overload ourselves right now. If you're pushing play on this because you're struggling with your breakup and think a routine will help, I want you in conjunction with setting up your routine to set up a backup plan, because you will continue to have hard days. And I also encourage you to push yourself to try something new and push yourself to do something that feels hard if you're up for it. Developing goals and routines and habits does take some discipline and does take, some effort and intention. And I really encourage you to lean into that and to push yourself a little bit. What did you take from today's episode? I'd love you to let me know by leaving me a review on Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you'd like to take things to the next level, email me at breakupspodcast@gmail.com to set up a coaching discovery call. It's totally free. It's just a chance for the two of us to talk about how I might be able to support you on your healing journey. I know that you can beat your breakup. I also know that setting a new routine may feel overwhelming. And as I just said, if you push play because you are in pain around what has happened, it's time to try something new. And that's all this episode is about. I encourage you to add one thing to your routine in the next week. If you do, I'd love you to DM or email me and let me know how it went. And with that, I think I'm about off to ritual for my Friday/Monday routine. And that is editing this podcast episode. How great is that? I will see all of you next week. Thank you for listening to Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On with Janice Formichella. I sincerely hope that you found today's episode inspirational or useful. I would love to support you on your healing journey. All you have to do is send me a message on Instagram at Breakups Podcast or email me at breakupspodcast@gmail.com, and I will be in touch to get you started. Remember, if you are struggling with a broken heart, your feelings are temporary. I am sending you so much love and luck for the week ahead. You've got this.